show you my cookbooks. So I have 3 different stipulations for a good cookbook, what I think is a good cookbook. Now everybody's, got different opinions. These are just my 3 opinions. So I think a good cookbook has good photos. It needs to be clear, there needs to be lots of them, or there needs to be at least a really good photo. I love the ones that are very artsy, that have like antiques in them. Second, I also really enjoy when there is a short little story background behind where they got the recipe. But I don't like a long drawn out like full page recipe, full page story behind the recipe. We all know those food bloggers that do that, and it has the jump to the recipe. I do that every single time, and then I check, and then I see if I like the recipe. Then I like to know more about it, because it's such a long paragraph. It was only like a paragraph. If it was only a paragraph and not a full page, then I would read it. Thirdly, I like a cookbook that does not have a lot of ingredients, nothing fussy. So I think I found some good cookbooks here that I wanted to share. Now some of them are does not even really go to those 3 stipulations that I just explained, but I still have them in my favorites, and I'll go into why. So some of them are just workhorse ones. I use them every single day, or if I need a specific, chocolate cake recipe, where do I go for that? And then other ones are just purely inspirational. I love looking at them. They're beautiful. They're coffee table type books, or they are educational type books where I just want to increase my culinary knowledge on cooking or baking. Okay, so none of these are in order. I didn't categorize them. This is actually the 5th time I have tried to film this video. It's not hard. It's just I've either forgotten something, or I just didn't like the way it turned out. So I'm finally getting around to doing this again. So it's not organized. So the first one does not go with any of the stipulations that I even said. I got this at a thrift store. It just was one of those really interesting cookbooks that just I couldn't leave it. It was like less than $1. I think it was like 25 cents. So it's like one of those Great Depression type cookbooks, but I really wanted to share it to you just because the ingredients in these were very interesting. So one of the ones was cotton soup. I've never heard of that. Have any of y'all heard of that? I asked my grandma. She didn't know anything about it. She's never heard of it. So it was this was before her time, but still I was wondering if her grandparents ever cooked this. She didn't know. And then there's dandelion salad, which I knew that already. I don't know if I don't think I've ever picked dandelions to make salad with the greens, but I have picked the flowers, and I was going to make jelly, but I never got around to it. So I do know you can do that. Maybe one day I'll make a video out of that. Maybe. We'll see. And then the other one was water sponge cake. That one was interesting. Now my grandma seems to remember a cake that her neighbor's mom would make, and it was very similar to these, very basic ingredients, didn't need a whole lot of things. So I don't know. She said it was good, so I might actually try to make this and see, and I might bring a slice over to see what she thinks. So this book I just wanted to share because it was just really fascinating and really interesting. There's not a lot of photos. They're mainly just like hand drawn. You don't know what it's supposed to look like, but it was just really neat. So this is one that I enjoyed. The second one, this one I have not cooked out of a lot. It is called Carpathia, Food from the Heart of Romania. So I am from Moldova. I was adopted, and so I was super excited when I got this, when I saw this book came out. So I have been going through these recipes, and they were so interesting. I have not really cooked out of any of them, but so this is one of those coffee table type books. It is going to be an inspirational one, and I plan on cooking out of them, but just lately I've been too busy, so maybe this winter time is typically when I stay indoors and I can kind of work on my creativity projects, and so I'm hoping that I can cook out of this book, out of some of the recipes. They use beautiful dishware, napkins, lots of wood, very antique. Oh, I really want to make this cheesy flatbread. I don't know how to say any of this stuff. I did make this brioche baked cheesecake, and I was not a fan because I do not like the ricotta in it. That is definitely not an American type thing. So if you're wanting to learn how to cook different foods, different types of foods, this book is really, really interesting. They're beautiful photos, and I mean, some of them are a little bit weird, but some of them look delicious. Like this mici, I think is how you say it, Little's Romanian sour cream meat sausage. I really want to make those. I haven't made them yet, and I've tabbed them so I can make it. But the desserts in here look so delicious. I really want to try to make these. But you know, like they just have photos of Romania and how beautiful it is, because it is a beautiful country. I am looking forward to cooking out of this more often. Okay, so another one, this is a coffee table type book, Tartine Bread. He kind of goes through a really long, lengthy story about how he became a baker and all this stuff, and that's fine. This is more like an educational book. It's got beautiful photos. I mean, this book, just every page you turn, the photos just get more and more creative and just beautiful. So what he does is,
please hang up and try again.
okay, so I had to take a break because it looked like it didn't film what I just went through all the books again. Okay, so back to what I was talking about. So he has some basic sourdough bread recipes that you can make. But then he goes through what to do with those breads. So you can make this eggplant and charred pepper bruschetta. Again, these are very much chef photos. They're beautiful. This meatball sandwich. I've not made any of these. I have not even actually made the actual sourdough bread yet. I just have not had time. It's not been something I've prioritized or even put my time and effort into. I'm hoping this winter to do that. So again, I don't know if I'm repeating myself. I might be, because I just don't know what it before it stopped. I really, really like this book a lot. So it's one of those I'm hoping to read this winter and to teach myself. So if you're wanting to learn sourdough, there's one. Another one just on bread and sourdough is this pizza book. So it pretty much half of the book is just on pizza, sourdough, bread, flour, all the things about pizza. And then it's got the recipes. And so it's got Saturday pizza dough recipe. I slept in, but I want pizza tonight dough. It's got a 48-hour to 72-hour pizza dough. It's also got a gluten-free pizza dough. So one of my daughters is gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free right now. She's not allergic, but she's just very sensitive to it. So we're trying to kind of find ways to help her in that area. And I want to try this recipe, but haven't yet. So one of the things I really like about this book is that it's got the grams, which of course is very useful for sourdough and being very precise. It's also got the cups, teaspoons, that kind of thing. So it makes it easier for the ones who are just learning how to cook instead of, they may not have a fancy scale. And it's also got the baker's percentage, which I don't use. I don't know how to do that really. I understand it, but I don't really use it. So I really like that. So it's kind of makes it easy for beginners to learn, but it's also for experts as well. So it's got lots of different pizzas. If you want to learn different pizzas, how to make them and like just make it more creative, this book is for you. It's got this mortadella and pistachio pizza. Wait. That looks amazing and delicious. So I want to try that. But it's just got so many cool recipes in here that are just creative. So I would definitely suggest getting this. And then still on the bread route is this Needlessly Simple book. I borrowed this from my mom kind of indefinitely. One thing that's really funny about this book is the author's name is Nancy Baguette. So she actually has a little thing that she talks about her name and how just funny that is. So this is one of those books that if you wanting to learn how to make bread, and especially kind of towards that sourdough route, I would definitely get this book because that's got a lot of the same steps. It just kind of helps you kind of think 24 to 48 hour type recipes. The only thing is with this is there's not a lot of photos. There are photos in the middle of this book. So, and that's not bad, and they're pretty good photos. But they are really delicious recipes. I've made the English muffins. I've made the basic bread one. I want to make this easy cinnamon sticky bun one. Maybe I'll make it for Christmas or something. That would be delicious. There's also this chocolate one that looks amazing and delicious. So if you want to learn to make bread towards that sourdough type fermented route, get this. So I want to learn how to do fermented foods. I know that there's a lot of benefits behind it and stuff. So my husband got me this book recently called The Asian Pickles. You can get it on Amazon. And everything that I talk about cookbook wise, I will link down below so you can find them. So this book is based on areas. So Japan, Korea, China, India, South Asia. I just got this book pretty recently, so I have not cooked very many. I think I've only done one thing, and it was the stuffed cucumber kimchi, and even that I didn't actually stuff. I just chopped them up. So there's a lot of really neat recipes in here. I really want to make the spinach with sesame. It's also in the back. I want to try that. They have this carrot and ginger chutney. I like ginger, so that looks really good. So really want to make all these. So this is a good book if you're wanting to learn to ferment foods. Okay, it's still working. I need to double check. So kudzu, the kudzu cookbook. So this is one of those books that my husband kind of got as a joke. We live in the South, so there is a lot of kudzu everywhere. And he just thought it was kind of an interesting book to try out kudzu. We have not personally consumed it, but we do give it to our animals. Kudzu is high in protein and lots of other minerals, vitamins. This book is just one of those, you have a lot of kudzu growing around you, maybe try these. So kudzu, you can cook it a lot like kale or like greens or something like that, kind of like spinach. So this book is not like got photos or anything. It's got just drawn things on here. And they're just kind of humorous drawings of things. So like kudzu, because kudzu envelops everything. Kudzu gumbo. Christmas kudzu. 2 pounds of kudzu leaves, 1 pound of smoked meat, saltly preferred, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Okay. So again, they're just kind of humorous photos. So this, if you're interested in kudzu, try that. Okay, so this book is one of more like my sentimental cookbooks. I got this from a friend in 2004, a long time ago. I don't remember how old I was. You do the math. I'm 28 now. So this was my first cookbook. Like, it wasn't my mom's. This was mine. I have not made a ton of the cookies out of here, but there have been a few, and they're really, really good. So I've made this gingerbread out of it. This shortbread is really good. So it's all categorized by different types of cookies. So drop cookies, mold cookies, refrigerated cookies, rolled cookies, pressed, piped cookies, bar cookies, and special cookies. Oh, I made the ginger jar snaps. I've made those too. Those were delicious. Now this book, it's not one of those like really photographed cookbooks. There is a photo for each cookie, but it's not a modern cookbook. You definitely know this is an older cookbook, but it's very basic, and I mean they have creative ways of decorating cookies. So if you're wanting to get into cookies, get this book because it's got lots of simple cookies, and then it's also just neat the way to see how they decorate them. When I first got married, I did not know how to cook very much. I could make what could I make? Spaghetti, tacos. I could make bread, marshmallow bread. I actually have a video of that. I will have that linked down below for you. Sweet tea, because we live in the South, and then I think that was about it. Oh, a chicken casserole that my husband didn't even actually like. I didn't make it wrong, it's just he didn't like it. So one less thing I could cook. So when I first got married, for my bridal shower, a lady gave me this book, the American Test Kitchen Family Cookbook. This has a ton of tabs in it. It is very thick. So it's got appetizers, salads, sandwiches, pasta, poultry, grilling, cakes, pies, fruit, desserts, and it keeps going on. It's one of those that teaches you, it's got like little kitchen tips. It's got like what is the best equipment, what's the best of the potato mashers. So they tell you which one that they have tried, they tested, hence the name. And so it's a really useful book for somebody who is wanting to learn to cook or newlyweds. These two books right here, Pioneer Woman. Pioneer Woman used to only have just a blog before she is what she is today, you know, TV show, her own line, Walmart, all the things. So I, again, didn't know how to cook, but one of the things how I learned was through YouTube. But then also a few of these cookbooks, and these two books were the ones that really, really helped me a lot on how to cook. So I needed to check again just to make sure. So with these cookbooks, they have step-by-step photo of each recipe. Before she did this, I don't think there was very many other cookbooks that actually did that actually took a photo of each step. She would do that with her blog, and then eventually she made it into these cookbooks. And so, like this drip beef, which I've made, really delicious, she did that. And so it was very useful for me because I could see how each thing should look. And there's not a lot of ingredients, there's a lot of good photos, and there's also some humor in here. She has like little funny drawings or little funny stories. She has like two sentences, a paragraph of where she found the recipes. So again, this is a really good book for that. So it's a really good introduction. Oh, these whiskey mustard meatballs, they're amazing. There is, these fried chicken tacos. Oh, so delicious. My daughter, who's 7, she is wanting to cook, and she's been going through those books a lot because of each step, and she's just enjoying seeing how a dish is made. So her other one is this a year of holidays. Again, it's got steps for everything. It's got, you know, really pretty like butterflies and like funny little things here and there. Oh, this 8-layer dip is really delicious. That's an easy thing to bring. This chimichurri shrimp, oh, so delicious. I gotta make that soon. Oh, this dulce de leche brownies, yum. So these are very useful and helpful and educational, but also hilarious and humorous. This Shay Elliott, she is my homesteading celebrity, one of my inspirations, somebody that I look up to, a role model. She inspired me to kind of push myself on homesteading stuff. I started following her when I first got married. I didn't know how to homestead really or even cook, but she definitely inspired me. So with this book, she's very passionate about cooking with local food, like farmers markets and what you grow yourself. So this is definitely like one of those homesteader cookbooks. Like they're very simple ingredients. Most likely you have it because you're growing it. And so this is definitely one of those easy, quick, simple cookbooks. Roasted pepper with bread, cheese, herbs. Delicious, simple, easy, but amazing. She has this mushroom and cream that was really delicious. I've made that several times. This spaghetti with parsley and garlic, I need to make that soon again. This was one of those like, oh, I've only got like less than 30 minutes to make something. Here you go. Here's something easy. And it will be delicious and filling. I have not made this iron corn butter cake, but I want to. And then in the back, she's got some like, barrel pickles, how to do it, sourdough starter, those kind of like homesteading type recipes. The only thing that I would say, one little criticism / like just being nitpicky, is that her photos seem to be very blown out / just a little stretched. I don't know why that is, because some of them look okay, some of them look fine. Now, I know it's hard to photograph food, I do know that, but they just seem a little bit blown out. Like when I first ordered it, or when I first looked at it online, it didn't look like that. So I don't know why that was. So see, like this, I mean, it's hard to photograph food, I know that. So, but that's my only criticism. And even the way she plated it and did it, it looks beautiful. It's just the quality of it just looks a little weird. Okay, so we're at the last one. I just got this one recently from my mom, Christmas last year. It's called A Table for Friends. So this book has more of the like Italian type recipes. I really love this book because it's one of those, it's a coffee table book, but it's also a very practical book because I actually cook with it. I haven't cooked all of them, not this many, but this is what I want to make at least. She's big on hospitality, and how to cook for a lot of people, or not very many people. So I've made this Aphrodite's roast chicken. That was really delicious. I have made it one time with a whole chicken, but I also did it with chicken thighs with skin and bone in, and that was really delicious as well. So that worked as well. So I made these lentils with pancetta. Well, I made it with bacon. So I made before a lentil soup. It was disgusting. I thought, I don't like lentils. It's the most disgusting thing ever. It was just the recipe. So then we were having friends over, and I decided, let's try something new and creative, and something that none of us have really eaten, and might as well try a vegetable that nobody really likes, including myself. Why do I do this? I don't know. I know I'm not the only one, but anyway, I decided to make this out of this cookbook. Turns out it's so delicious and amazing, and I really need to make these lentils again. She's got a lot of great desserts, which she calls puddings. They look all super amazing. She's got like ice cream and puddings. There's this like chocolate rum cake, a chocolate pudding rum cake. Yeah, that looks amazing. Did I say cake? I meant pudding. Chocolate and rum pudding. In the back, she has, she's big on hospitality. So she helps you make it easy. So how to cook by numbers. So how many people you have, 4 to 6 people, 12, up to 20 or more people. Then she also has how to cook by timing. Dishes you can start 6 hours before. Dishes you can cook the day before. And the thing what I like about this is that this book is all inclusive. So at each recipe, cold roasted top side of beef. Okay, so and then she says at the bottom of the page with each recipe, it says serves with. It's nice to pair this cold meat with something warm. You can't go wrong with this dish of new potatoes with lemon and sapphire. That is page 126. So it's in this book. And then something with a little texture and crunch, such as wild rice and lentil salad. Again, it's got the page for it. And then damper bread, which I have made that. That was really delicious. It's got a page for that. And then the pudding, so the dessert, is the salted caramel panna cotta, which I have not made yet, but it looks amazing. So with this book, it's just, it tells you what you can serve it with. So it already meal plans for you very easily, which I love. I would suggest this book if you want to elevate your hospitality. So if you want to cook fancier, I would suggest getting this, or a little bit more elevated. Here you go. This would be a good book. Okay, so that is the end. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful or this was inspirational and makes you want to pull down your cookbooks and go through them. While you do that though, please comment down below and tell me which are your favorite cookbooks. May not be any of these. Tell me if there's a new one. I would love to know so then I can look them up. I hope that you have a great day. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Bye.